Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I want to talk about, you can hear me with my notes, talk about people who, let's say just call them, I'm going to start using the term toxic person, toxic people, whatever it is, toxic woman, toxic man. Try saying that. Try saying toxic repeatedly. But anyway, people who are taking it out on others, whatever it is that's going on for them, they're taking it out on other people. You know, something bad or something negative, something they don't like, something that just irks them, something, whatever it is, they take it out on somebody else. You know, or they find an opportunity to just things that have gone on in their life in the past, or things they've created in their minds that it is so out of touch with reality, but they've just created these stories. I'm not going to call these conspiracies. No, not really. These are just things that they, like, say they're a little on the paranoid side, or, you know, suffer a little from paranoia, and you know the common way we speak of paranoia, and they just created some story in their mind of what you've done in the past, and they've created so much they believe them. You know, they may have started off telling these so they can get all the attentions or something like that, but they eventually start believing their own lies. Okay, and what they think they created, whatever that you've done, you've committed some sin, or maybe you didn't even. I mean, you didn't commit that, whatever it was, at all, period, nothing. But there might be something that they just doesn't concern you, but they're going to take it out on you. Either or, okay. But they're going to take it out on you, or try to take it out on you. Okay. Okay. And then there's this. Say that you have something that's going on in your life, like it could be, you know, somebody in your life is going through a really rough patch, or you're just going through a really rough time, or somebody is even like extreme. You have somebody who's in the hospital who might not make it, or something like that. And these people find this is an opportunity. Seriously, there are people out there who do this. Find this is an opportunity to speak to you, and then start throwing their anger on you. Now, some people say, well, any crisis situation, people don't behave the right way, you know, that they usually do. No, these are people who do this. These are not people you can excuse off their bad behaviors. And even in a crisis situation, nobody's behavior should be excused off just that easily. I had in the past excused, I had a boyfriend who was in the hospital, and he was not expected to survive. And he was in there for a total of 61 days, I think. And his mother came up to where he was, up in Dallas, and I was in Dallas. And she just started being hateful, rude, mean. Oh my goodness, I don't think I'd ever met her before then. And, wicked witch type. And I said, well, I know that during crisis situation, this is her first son. And, you know, I excused it off. No. She was bad, period. It doesn't matter if it's a crisis situation. But anyway, say you're in that kind of situation, like I'm just saying I was in. He was my boyfriend. He had been my boyfriend for I don't know how long. But anyway. Now, at that time, you don't want somebody to be bossy, rude, you know, that kind of, you know, person who's just trying to cause you problems, taking their anger out on you, or their worry, or their concern, or they just like that. That's just part of their personality. To take it out on you. You don't want that. You don't ever want that. It doesn't matter crisis situation or not. That's not why we're on this planet, is to take somebody else's, you know, their problems out on us. But you especially, it's difficult, I feel, I could be wrong. There are other situations where it could be really bad. During this kind of situation, to have people who find that as an opportunity to do so, yeah, bad. Okay. And then I'm looking at my notes. I also wrote this: don't displace your anger onto someone else too. You know, don't. You know, in this one, what I was talking about, what I was thinking about was, some people will take a moment like that, like a moment they're feeling some kind of worry, concern, or something for somebody else, which for some of these toxic people, it's like they usually don't do that. They usually don't feel, it could be guilt somewhere along the line that is really irritating them, and they just don't want to admit, and then they displace their anger on other people, or that's when they put out even more things like misinformation and disinformation. It's as though, in a way, some people might not realize it, but they want to harm other people this way. I think of them more along the line of sociopaths. Not the type you see on the TV, but these are people who purposefully put out misinformation, disinformation, and behind it all, what they're doing is taking that out on other people, and they don't care if somebody could possibly even get really ill and or others around them die. They don't care. It's just they got this anger, this bad negative feeling, whatever it is, inside of them, and they just want to spew it all over the place. Okay, everybody else has to take it, and they don't care. That's the big thing. They don't care. And then some of these, they will even then try to turn for sympathy. While doing this, it's their way of getting sympathy, even in a really twisted brain, a really twisted mindset. They see that they're getting what they want is attention, sympathy, people to, that's bad. Okay, and for some people, such as myself, okay, seriously, at my age, 57, I've been talking about these types of people for years. And I've seen them since I was born. I'm not joking. Since I was born. I've said before that some of their behaviors are like a narcissistic, histrionic blend of behaviors since I was born. But even so, some of the things they've done, at times I really still, I'm like no contact. There are some people you can go no contact with, and something happens, and then there's contact. It's not a perfect world. It's not a perfect thing. Nobody should feel bad if they've gone no contact with somebody, and then for whatever reason something comes up, like something bad, and whatever it is, say family, friends, whatever, and then there's that, or they're at least hearing about the other person, and they're speaking to someone, and somebody goes and tries to tell them about it, and you know how that goes. Okay, but on those things, it's still knowing that person is that type to take advantage of, in whatever way, take advantage of a situation, bad or good. They want to take advantage of it. Some of them are trying to find out and I'm going to do a video about this, about what they can get from it. If they have something they can gain, and they're going to try. But some of us have such a difficult time, even knowing that person, to see what they come up with this time. It's like what's the word? Flabbergasted? Still, it's like, wow, what a wicked mind that does something like that. That can come up with such a thing to do at this time or at that time or any time. What is so screwed up in that head? How did it get to be that bad in their minds that what they're doing is okay? Doing or saying is okay to do at that time, like I said, at such a bad time or at any time. What gives them that thought? That opportunity, that they think that this is the time they can do such a thing at any time. And it just bowls us over, really. Wow. I've been through this. Wow. Someone thinks this is, and other people see it. Some other people can see it. Some can't because they are that type, or they're still. These can be master manipulators, very charismatic, and some people are still falling under them, still believe in them, still trust them, because they know how to manipulate people, and they keep them somehow, some way. That's why people like me and others, many others, are putting these words out. This is what, the way we see it. Mine, I'm a social and behavioral scientist. I actually earned the degrees. And putting out there what I've seen and my views on it, based on my education in my life. Anyway, enough for this for now. I'll talk to you on another video.